Hey everyone, it's John, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute. Life has been busy. For those of you who don't know, I am a musician and I do a lot of music related things, including performing and accompanying and all that sort of stuff. That's not what this video is about. But anyways, needless to say, things have gotten a little bit away from me. But I do have something exciting to be sharing with you today. This is the June warmer of the month. I also have the scent of the month. I haven't done one of these scent and warmer of the month videos in, oh goodness, I don't even know how many months. Just because the warmers have been really cool, but none of them really caught my eye. And then Scentsy had to come along with this one, and we will explain why this one specifically I just had to get. So I haven't opened this yet. I haven't smelled the scent. We're going to go through this together. So let's dive right in. So this is going to be available in June, just to be aware here. This is a June scent and warmer of the month. So we will talk about the bar first, and then we'll get into the warmer. We'll plug it in and all that. So the scent of the month for June will be Pacific Mist. This is described as a fresh fragrance family scent. Misty ocean air wafts through coastal sea salt and driftwood with a buoyant touch of tropical nectar. So this is described with a top note of coastal sea salt, a mid-note touch of tropical nectar. They literally put touch of tropical nectar, not just tropical nectar. Okay. The picture would allude to mangoes. And then the base note is driftwood. So I'll show you this really quick just so you can see it. We're also shooting on my new iPhone 14 Pro Max shenanigans, whatever it's called. I don't care. But it's a new phone, so this hopefully will look a little bit more crisp than my old 5-year-old poor little iPhone thing. All right, anyways, let's talk about the scent. This is a nice little soft blue. All right, I like fresh scents, so we'll see what this smells like. Okay. Not what I expected, but I'm not entirely mad about it. So I was expecting, I think, a very salty sort of scent, because the top note is supposed to be like coastal sea salt. And I do get a sea salt note, but it's mild. It's not strong and straight up in my face like, oh my gosh, it's a salty sea. No, it's more of a muted salty note. So that's kind of nice. It's mellow rather than just a straight up, here's salt, shove it up your nose. I do pick up that touch of tropical nectar, as they call it. It's very much like a very mild mango scent. I feel like we're just teetering on like the whole reminiscent the Go-Go Mango collection, whatever that we had, or it was like mango margarita, mango wildflower, mango shortcake or something. I don't know what the other one was. But this is like an undertone of mango. And it's not bad. It reminds me vaguely of iridescent pearl, but slightly less dewy, a little bit more of a sea salty note. Now, as far as the driftwood goes, I love the smell of woods, and especially driftwood sort of scents. I'm not getting much on the driftwood note. So either this is a really faint driftwood, or the driftwood is like floated off to sea and just left this Pacific mist behind. Like, I don't smell driftwood at all. I smell like kind of like a dewy, sea salty, I think Pacific Mist is a good name for it. Mist sort of scent, a fresh fresh mist scent with an undertone of a gentle like mango. This is like a milder version of iridescent pearl. So if you felt like iridescent pearl, if you were fortunate to have tried that scent, was too mango forward or too dewy and like humid sort of smelling, like too heavy spa aquatic for you, this feels like the distant, lighthearted cousin of it. Yeah, I don't know where the driftwood note is, but maybe it'll show up when I warm this, but on cold, I'm not getting driftwood at all. I'm not upset about this, but this feels like a very just, like it's a nice scent. I like it, but I feel like it's kind of forgettable, at least on my first sniff, I'm kind of like, okay, cool. It's another fresh scent with a slightly mango-y undertone. It's nice. I mean, again, I think it's a nice scent. I think I will enjoy warming it. Who knows? But I can also see this being a very, like, soft or medium soft sort of fragrance. It doesn't feel like it's going to be, like, a powerhouse and smack you in the face. So, I don't know. I'm curious. I feel like it does live up to the sort of, like, Pacific Mist vibe. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be, like, a favorite of mine. And I feel like it's a nice change from, let's say, a heavy, crazy scent that we sometimes have, but maybe it's too forgettable. I don't know. All right, but that being said, let's go to the warmer, because that's a little bit more exciting for me right now. So, story behind this warmer. I have not gotten some warmers in a little while just because I have way too many, and I love them all, and I've been kind of rotating them around and seeing which ones I like and whatnot. Then we had, you know, like a lot of the different warmers tend to be element warmers, 5 watt, 15 or 15 watt, not 5 watt. We don't have a 5 watt warmer unless it's an element warmer. 15 watt bulbs, 20 watt bulbs, 25 watt bulbs. And I was like, well, these are nice, but I'm good right now. And then this warmer came out. And I was like, ooh, I really like the design, but let's see what it is. And it's an EDISON warmer. And I don't think we've had an EDISON warmer since I became a consultant for Scentsy as a scent of the month, warmer of the month sort of exclusive, at least that I can remember. Maybe I'm missing one, but this is an EDISON warmer, and we are going to talk about this. So this is called the On the Seashore warmer. It is 7.5 inches tall and a 40 watt EDISON bulb warmer. So you can use the colored bulbs, the lower wattage, 25 watt or whatever bulbs in this if you want it as more decorative. But if you were planning to use this as a wax warmer for warming wax, as opposed to, I don't know, you do want to use a 40 watt bulb with this one. All right, so this is described as hand-placed glass tiles capture the deep turquoise hues and subtle brown accents where the sea meets the sand. So this is called On the Seashore. It will be $54 US for the month of June, and it will go back up to $60, assuming it hasn't sold out by the end of the month. All right, so without further ado, I got it right here. I am very excited about this. It is a mosaic sort of glass warmer, from what I understand. So let's see what we got. And this time, I was smart, and I have my scissors, so I don't have to sit here and struggle for 10 years on live, well, I guess it's sort of live, camera. All right, so first things first, we have a dish. It is a traditional clear glass dish, kind of like the ones we put in other EDISON warmers. So it's a nice thick glass. It has the number 4 at the bottom, so that just means if you are not familiar with Scentsy warmers, that do not exceed 4 Scentsy wax cubes in this dish at any one given time, unless you want overflow problems. Now, just as a reminder, we strongly recommend that you use our wax in our warmers so it doesn't void the warranty. However, if you choose to use a different wax that is not Scentsy in one of our warmers, which they are warmers, they do warm other waxes, shocker, I know. Make sure that you compare them to the size of Scentsy cubes, because if you get a vendor wax or whatever, like store wax, whatever, you end up, you know, chunking your candle up and putting it in a warmer, just be aware that those size cubes might be bigger or smaller than Scentsy ones, so you don't want to overload the dish. That's just a general rule, but I feel like I need to say that because I do have customers who warm things other than Scentsy wax, and so it's just a good reminder for us all. All right, so this comes all nice and packaged and bundled. Am I gonna need to take this out with scissors? Maybe not. Survey says, oh no, they use like stick to itself shrink wrap. That's impressive. That's a first. Usually I feel like I have to fight with these. Okay, Scentsy. So packaging upgrade, sticky wrap. So this comes in a big blob of foam, and oh my goodness, it's pretty. So this is a sizable warmer, 7.5 inches. Now, not as tall as some of our other like lantern style warmers, but still pretty meaty. And that's also because the EDISON bulb itself, oh, look at that, it's so pretty. I love this. It's also because the Edison bulb, as you'll see in a second, is a little bit bigger. So one thing I will say is it picks up more in the camera, I'm noticing. You can see all the different color, like sheens and finishes on mosaic glass up in person when I'm just looking at it through the light. I'm seeing on this other side of it, it just looks like turquoise illumination. So it's really interesting to kind of see all the different colors and the tiles that are being picked up by the camera. That's really pretty. So if you like that sort of grouted finish, we do have that on here if you look carefully. Something about that I will say to be mindful of is if you are changing wax out, I highly recommend either using cotton balls or taking the whole dish out carefully if you can, or waiting till it cools and, you know, using a spatula or something to pull the wax out. Because if you get wax coloring dye into the grout, it will probably permanently stain it. Like you could probably really work your butt off to get it out of there, but more likely than not, it's more hassle than it's worth. So let me put the bulb in this here warmer. I don't know why we're talking like that, but we need to get our Edison bulb out. Otherwise I can't actually plug it in and show you. That is a thing. Apparently I've not done a warmer tutorial video in so long I've forgotten that you need to put the bulb in. That's cute. All right, duly noted. So this is the Edison bulb. As you can tell, it is a bigger bulb than the other ones, but it will fit just fine in this lovely warmer. Oh, and this does come with those little dry packets, silica packets in here. So please make sure that before you start warming in here, you remove those, because that would not be great. All right, now, before I finish plugging this in, let's talk a little bit about the base. A nice black cord to plug it in. So unlike some of our other ones, this does not have a little like hook hole for the base to go in. It's actually elevated. Like you could see, like the little nubs here of glass are actually ready to go. And oh no, mine is broken. So sad, because I have to call consultant support. So just be mindful, because these nubs, this is good learning experience, right? Live. They are made out of glass. Check them when you get your warmer, if you get this one, because as you can see, mine here has a little bit of breakage on that nub, so that's just not gonna work very well, okay? So check those, because some of ours come with like foam pads or like a metal base or a wood base or something else. This is all glass. So if it's broken, you might wanna make sure you reach out to your consultant to get it replaced. That's a little bit of a bummer, but that being said, we'll move on. Let's take a look at this. All right. Whoa, where's my extension cord? So, assuming your warmer does not have a broken leg like mine does, that's so sad, you will get your delightful warmer and place your dish there, and we will 3, 2, 1 and see what this looks like. All right, so this is pretty awesome. It looks a little bit more bluish on the camera, I think, but in person it's a little bit more of a greenish turquoise hue. Let me see if I turn the lights off, it'll help a little bit. There you go. Still not quite as exact. It's a little bit more dim than it might look on the video here. That's really pretty. And the nice thing about the Edison bulbs is that they give a nice glow, but it's more of an antique, vintage, softer, warm glow. So even though it's bright, it's not nearly as like in your face as our 25-watt clear bulbs are. So that's really pretty. Oh, now I'm really bummed that the glass on the bottom of mine is chipped. That's a bummer. Anyways, so looks like I have to do my own consultant reach out. But that being said, very beautiful warmer. I love it. This might go in my bathroom. This might go in my bedroom. I haven't decided yet. I am very excited though that it's an Edison warmer. That is your warmer for you. That is called On the Seashore, I believe. Yes. And that will be available starting June 1st. All right, so that being said, I will be putting up some fragrance feedback videos shortly. For those of you who have been missing those, I have a bunch of empties to go through, including stuff from some of the recent collections that we've had. I didn't get around, unfortunately, to doing videos on like the Mother's Day collection by itself or the Father's Day or any of those. However, I have warmed those bars, so they will be featured in the Scentsy part of the fragrance feedback. So if you're curious as to how I feel about those, I will do something about those. Also, the summer bricks, even though it's been a while now, or spring bricks, whatever you want to call them, I did warm through those. I do have them. We will do a video on those separately to talk about them. I know it's like way past when they were launched, but it's a warm review. We still want to know what Johnny's schnoz thinks about it, right? At least I want to have that up there for you guys. So, hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you are all doing wonderful and well in this month of May. And I will see you guys in our next video. Take care. Bye.